doing today? So we are now live. Yes. Um, so ayan. Ayan. So as you can see, ako yung nag-start because Edzer is not going to be with us for tonight only kasi he has personal matters going on at the moment. So kami muna ni Sab and kami muna ni Sab ang mag-fill in for tonight's show. So I hope you'll tune in until the end. I will now introduce.
What's up?
Hello, ito tayo.
Good evening, everybody.
Mm.
Wait lang.
So, how are we naman today? Okay naman?
Girl, ang init. Girl. Napaka-init. Tapos parang pa tayo
Yes.
naka-black.
Ay, o nga, no? Like, yung number ko nga sa electric fan ngayon, naka number 3 eh. So, sino guest natin for today, Sab?
Yung guest natin is someone that is familiar with, what do you call this? Probably with some of our viewers. Maybe they were customers of this person in his
Mm-hmm.
famous stall along Leon Ginto pala. Sorry, Leon Ginto. I
Yeah.
don't know if
Take
you
two,
guys
take
are
two, take
familiar
two.
with Dina. I don't know if you guys are familiar with El Poco, but if you are, then tonight is your lucky night for tuning in because he is our next guest.
So, let's welcome Tots Ramirez.
Woo!
Hello, Tots.
Annyeong. Hi
Annyeong.
guys, how are you guys?
Okay naman
We're
to.
doing good naman, hopefully. Like,
Nice.
sana maging
Um,
tuloy-tuloy to.
Oo nga,
to
oo
our
nga. Oy,
viewers,
bro.
please call him Tito Tots. Ha? To our viewers.
I'm not a tito yet, hopefully.
Sige po,
But
Lolo.
yeah.
Wow!
Thank you guys for having me here. It's an honor to be with
Mm-hmm.
you guys. Being part of El Poco family as well, and it's just it's just nice.
Yeah. Actually, we
Yes.
want to thank you for accepting our invite in the first place.
Yeah,
Oo
actually.
naman,
Because
oo
without
naman.
you, wala. Parang di kami matutuloy with one show dahil sa'yo. Kaya thank you talaga so much.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
it's my pleasure as well to be part of your grind, So I'm really happy to be here. And my
Thank you, thank
partner,
you.
B from El Poco as well, the co-founder, said her best regards to everyone else.
Hi, Ate B. We miss you.
Hello.
Yeah, she's watching live, so she's gonna hear that.
Um, so
You're
thought,
here.
so thoughts. How did you start your journey?
Okay, so journey of where I am right now. Who I am right now.
Yeah. Let's start there.
Okay, so to give a better understanding of who I am is, my name is Tots, and I'm also a graduate of Binild. My alumni is also Binild, and I took up my I think, yeah, hindi pa ata nababago. It's still human resource management yung course
Mm-hmm.
kasi apparently I heard news from our customers that there are changes in curriculums and names of the courses and all that. So yeah, I finished human resource for 6 years. Took me 6.5 years to graduate in Binil. Then I
Mhm.
work as an HR for 1 year. Then after that, I quit my job. Then pursued the now story of me being a business owner of El
Mm-hmm.
Poco Cantina and Ken Fried Chicken. So that is me.
Oh,
And I think this episode is about me sharing my experience and my personal opinion to where I am right now in life. Correct? Na kaya
Yes,
ano
yes, yes,
share
yes.
ng
yeah,
buhay like
yeah.
parang who are you? Ganun, who are you ba? Sino ba you?
Yes, who is thoughts?
Yeah. So Well, I'm not quite sure. I don't perceive myself as what normally people perceive me as. Yeah, you're a business owner and you have this now and all that. Because it's really hindi naman unplanned. Everything that I did to reach the position that I am right now was partly planned when I was still studying. So the business side of myself was just enclosed at that time because I was studying. Then after I studied, I needed to go to work because I needed to justify my course na tinapos sa Binil. It took me
Mm-hmm.
6.5 years to finish college due to, I had my personal battle. I had my like decision making whether I should stay in school or should just, am I in the right course. I had those, and I had friends, vices, barkada. It's all in the one pot of college experiences that
Mm-hmm.
prompt me to where I am right now. So yeah, I work as an HR for 1 year. So I actually had a job in Makati, but then I quickly resigned, then moved to another company that I wanted to be part. And so it's Sykes. If you're familiar, it's Sykes
Yeah.
Philippines, BPO company.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the first BPO companies here in the Philippines, and I worked with them for at least I think 10 to 11 months as a recruiter. I started as a recruiter for normal positions until I expanded my abilities to be able to get more or recruit more position and learn their skills while recruiting. So
Yeah.
Okay.
in that process of me um telling myself na I should justify my studies and pursue this path because I spent so much energy, effort, finances to straw away from that work. I finished human resource. I should be working as a human resource person. That was the dilemma at that time. And then
Mm-hmm.
for the past year of me working every day, I have like the traditional 9 to 5 day. So you work, you go up, you wake up early, you get to the train, you get to the work, then you finish the day, you get back at your home, you're exhausted. You're mentally exhausted from the traffic, from the continuous work requirements that never ended. Um,
Yeah.
then I realized in the middle of that I really wanted to pursue business. I remember my first choice was to study culinary arts. That was my first choice, and I really wanted to cook. And when I was a child, I was already starting to cook because my mother is actually a good cook and she's Kapampangan. So I had a really good background when it comes to food because my mother really was cooking good food at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
so I revisited that idea that I should be doing business rather than working 9 to 5. Not because I hate my job. I love where I was because that was actually my choice. My choice was to be a recruiter, was a choice to be a part of a human resource team that develops talent, develops personalities, develops people to be in the right position sa isang kumpanya. So I was really into that. I was listening to their life stories. I was learning as I do my job, and I love every bit of it. But then again, in the end of the day, I asked myself if this is something that I could do for the longest time, until my deathbed, ganon. Parang, can I
Mm-hmm.
do this for a long time? And I immediately answered, no, I can't. So that's where the business idea came from. So the business was supposed to be a burger shop. That was the initial idea because who doesn't love burgers, right? Everyone loves burgers. But then
Yeah.
again,
True.
'di ba? But then again, due to lack of experience and actual kitchen experience and actual practice and also studies, since hindi ako nag-pursue sa culinary, I had to ask a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people about it. Sorry. So I had to ask a lot of people about how to formulate, how to pick the right ingredients, where to get it, and everything. And then I realized that maybe burger wasn't my thing, you know, because first you cannot sell burgers every day unless you're Jollibee or your McDo. But then again, at the end of the day, people buy their chickens, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not really
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
burgers and all that. Then that's where the idea came in. I was like, I should just sell chicken instead of burgers. And because my real name is also Ken, and I was like, yeah, chicken sounds good. It rhymes. So my real name is Richard Ken, by the way. So it rhymes, and that's the idea that triggered the Ken fried chicken. And
Mm.
that's why it's KKFC. It's not actually a copyright of KFC, but to be inspired and to be like perceived as the same way as KFC is being perceived. That's the goal that I wanted to reach. Hence,
Mm.
KKFC and Ken Fried Chicken happened.
Mm-hmm.
So yun siya. Um, and it started really rough. You know, I was doing it all alone. No one was with me at that time, and I had to do it all alone because I left my job to prove myself that I can do this alone. To prove it to my family members that I don't need your help.
Mm.
That I can do this with my own wits, with my own experiences. So I did, and because I had, my ego was on the line. Quitting your job, then telling them na I can do this. You have to trust me. It's a very ballsy. It's a brave thing to do. Not all people can actually do that. So when I did it, I had to start all over. I had to um study many things that I wasn't comfortable at all. So yes, I did those things and I studied all alone. Like I googled every terms, I googled every recipes that's available online. I mix
Mm.
and match recipes and I eventually came up with my own. Thus we have our own original flavors in Can Fried Chicken that we formulate at home and we don't buy the sauces. So we all cook our sauces. That is our main that was our main core competencies, if I may say. So we make our sauce homemade every day. We don't buy it, and that's why it's more
Mm.
homey. So I learned that on my own. I asked a lot of people about it. Like I was always asking people. I never shied away from asking. Even hindi ko mga close na tao. As long as I'm in the circle of culinary, I was in a circle of cooking. I was already asking questions, kahit directly or indirectly. Like, alam mo, parang narinig mo ba yung brine? Ganun. Like, ano ba yun? Like, narinig ko lang siya sa isang chef. So, me knowing how to deal with people all the time, I usually get answers from that type of angle when I question them. So, yes, brining is like this and we do it this way. So, ganun pala yun. Then I start taking notes and I start asking more people about it. The more I enter the industry, the more people I get to know and the more people that I started asking. And they gave me all this
Mm.
information like for free. They gave me all this information that I was able to use and to utilize to where I am right now. It's because I kept on asking people. I'm not asking the right people most of the time, but because I was asking the wrong people, I got to the right people. So you understand, like because I keep on like,
Yeah, yeah,
oy,
yeah.
alam mo ba to? Like, hindi pare, pero may kilala akong alam yan. So with
Yeah,
then
yeah,
then
yeah. I
and then
understand.
there I went to the right people, and when I got to the right people, I opened my ideas. I opened my pegs, my concepts, and all these things, and they helped me all with those. That they gave me ideas. They didn't give me the answer. The answer was for me to find out on my own. But they gave me the ideas. They gave me those. Imagine there's a step. They gave me one step at a time, and they keep on giving me those steps because I was continue looking for answers from them. And
Mm.
now that Ken is going to, I think, yeah, we're hitting year 3 soon. So it started 2018, 2019. Yeah, we're hitting year 3.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I started alone. I was cooking alone. I was delivering food alone. Then I hired people to do it with me. Then the team just keep on expanding. Then syempre nababawasan tao, but it kept on expanding, it kept on producing more, it kept on slowly progressing to the conversation of this chicken is actually a good thing, this chicken is uh you can say napapalag siya sa current market leaders ng mga chicken, and
Mm-hmm.
it's slowly but surely we'll get to the top, but we're happy right now our our status as a chicken that people want to buy, people want to eat, people want to
Mm-hmm.
celebrate with. As a small brand that started at home, wala kaming shop, no. We don't have a shop. We used to have a canteen. Then we opened the Ken Ken Fried Chicken on that same canteen, on that same old house that we had, and we just delivered the food. We didn't want people coming in before because the place was very canteeny vibe, cafeteria vibe. It wasn't like a chicken wing vibe. My mom used to own a videoke bar, so it's really rowdy, loud, drunk people.
Mm-hmm.
That was always there, and it wasn't the market of the food. So
Yeah.
Ken Ken Fried Chicken food delivery was the main focus. So that was the whole concept of it when we started that. Uh, right down to the marketing end, to the conceptualizing of the store, how it will progress, and how it will be marketed to the people. It was all planned. And because I was always asking question, I
Mm-hmm.
got to where I am right now. So that is the story of our current, let's say, achievement. I don't want to say success, but our current achievement of Ken Ken Fried Chicken. That's the story of it. So right now we're almost available every day. We have Food Panda, we have Grab Food. We have another branch in Makati that we opened during the quarantine period, which was really
Wow.
ballsy. Yeah, so I'm happy on where we are right now as Ken Ken Fried Chicken. But the El Poco is another story to tell. But do you guys want to say something?
Wow.
Actually,
I was like, I don't know.
I'm
For me, I was really inspired. Like you have the guts to open a store while quarantine. That's really a risky move. And to me, parang I like how you take risk, but
Yeah.
parang you're already positive with the output or with the forecast of your business. Kaya parang hands down ako like wow.
um and in that sense, opening in pandemic was really ballsy, but to
Yeah.
to give a better understanding them, then decision making this big comes with huge study, and huge marketing study, and huge background study, and great budgeting experience. So these businesses that you see around aren't just like not all are just nagtayo lang yan tas sinuwerte tas nag-boom. Not all are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Many of it na hindi mo lang makikita, of course, is really based on their experiences, really based on what they studied for. And
Yeah, they really had to grind and they really had to do a lot of legwork, parang
yeah,
ganun.
yeah, a lot of legwork. If you're doing something and you're not doing the legwork, it's not gonna walk, it's not gonna move. You have to do the
Mm-hmm.
legwork. Anything that you do in life, might be fitness, might be podcasting, business, real estate, everything that you do, you
Mm-hmm.
must know the smallest process or procedures of the industry that you're entering with. So that's
Yeah.
almost the same story as El Poco Cantina. El Poco was we started around last year, August. That's where we got the spot. And initially
Ah,
the
yeah,
place where
actually, yeah.
yeah, initially El Poco Cantina spot wasn't going to be El Poco Cantina. It was going to be another Ken Ken Fried Chicken
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to be topside at that time. Yeah. I I
Oh.
I
love it.
I grew up eating topside food, and I loved it. And I got so inspired by it. I wanted to beat it. That's how I got inspired. Like I was so inspired. I wanted to compete with them and see if I could beat them because they were my inspiration. They were part
Mm-hmm.
of my
Mm-hmm.
inspiration. But then again, when I made my last like study, on what to open on that store and how the store will be and how small it was. It was challenging to be a chicken wing shop. We and my partner B saw this taco restaurant, and when we were thinking about like how we love Mexican food and how we want tacos all day every day, and we didn't get to have the chance to buy good tacos in Taft, that idea started to roll while we're waiting for the place to be finished. And then last minute we found a turtle. This is true story. We found a turtle outside my girlfriend's house in Laguna that was just walking, was being
Mm.
followed by stray cats, and we pick it up and we said like, this is still a small turtle and we need to take care of this turtle. And this turtle
Oh.
turned out to be Taco. His name is Taco. Actually, hindi ko alam yung gender niya. So, but si Taco is a red ear turtle or something. Boy pa nandito pa sa bahay. And that
Wow.
started the idea like, okay, let's open a taco shop instead. So,
Mm.
around we opened around September because August was a ghost month. We didn't want to risk it with the feng shui stuff na magkada
I.
magbubukas sa August. Pero 2020 proven feng shui was wrong all the way. So, so sabi nila it was gonna be a good year. And um, with the series of unfortunate events, so hindi siya good year. And when we open around September, around August, we changed all the plan. So
Mhm.
we renovated the idea, we renovated the place, and we started to get designs for Mexican. We started to get tiles on our own. We searched for our own tiles. We created the recipe on our own with the same process that I did with Ken Ken Fried Chicken. I asked the
Mhm.
right people. I went out and asked. I went out to restaurants and look at their process. Like, so that's how they do their carnitas. That's how they serve their carnitas. And this is how they do this and do that. And this shop does this. So take all that idea, take all that notes, put it into one page, then you start like chopping ideas and create your own. So that's how we started the El Poco Cantina. And we really wanted to give out good community vibe to the people of Binild and LaSalle and Saints Go and everyone else. We wanted to create a home for everyone there. That was the main goal of El Poco. That's why it's called El Poco Cantina. Um,
Mm.
it's the literal meaning of El Poco is the small canteen, and we embodied being small, like small circle doesn't mean it's a bad circle. That was the idea of El Poco. So we created community for everyone, like you guys. We created space wherein people could be freely express that that they can pala ano they can rather they can share their stories. And you guys know
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
your personal stories. I have it in my heart. I have your heartbreaks. Yung mga I have your good story. I have your achievements, cuentos. I have your embarrassing ones.
Oh
You
my
even
gosh.
some of you guys even tried to go beyond with their friend to surprise with a cake, hide the cake in my
Oh.
ref. We have those memories, and sobra like find a place in Taft that you could do that right now. Even before, you could never find a place like that. And that's all we wanted to do. Like we wanted to build a community that helps other people, that accepts other people. So
Oh my God. So
Wait lang,
currently
Tots. May
Elijah is
gusto
watching.
mag-hi? Baka gusto mo
hi,
mag-shoutout sa kanya, Tots.
hi Elijah. I haven't seen you for the longest time. Your picture is so exposing. Ano ba to? Bastos? And yeah, Elijah, Rupert, and everyone else, like their stories is still with us. We still talk about it, me and B. Like when we see you guys on social media, like remember the time when this girl was doing that for this guy. Remember this guy was doing that for that another guy, and B was like, oh nga, and all that. So It was really fun. Like, and I think we were successful in building that community. And I think that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
I agree,
that's
Mhm,
Vin. I
yeah, that's
agree.
true. That's true.
I think that's the reason for the success of El Poco, for the potential of El Poco that was being pictured na this shop will be big because of people like you guys. People like the you guys are part of the success as much as we are part of the success, because without the community naman we will never be really happy on what we do, you know. We will
Mhm.
never be like super glad. Sipin mo, we're doing that just the two of us. Me and B every day we're open and we keep on serving people, and you see the lines outside, you see how many visitors are coming in, and you guys were just part of the inspiration every day, not just because of the
Mm.
sales and everything, and because we know what we're doing, you know, we know that we love what we're doing. And I think that's one thing I could share with you guys, you know, that could resonate with everyone, is to be able to find the things that you want to do is actually the let's say the success of
Mm-hmm.
of life in general, even in college, you know. I think, yeah, Elijah was one of those friends that shifted course in the middle of the year, right? So
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
yeah, yeah, that's true.
and I'm pretty sure people will say like, "Uy, no, ganyan. Wag mo nang gawin." Like, kasi nga sayang ganto ganyan. No, no, no. Like, your mindset should be like, yes, let's take this risk. Let's find out. Because if you don't make the mistakes, there's no way you could find out what you want to do in life. In like, kahit sa ulam na gusto mo, hanggat di mo nakakain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And madaming metaphor yung kailangan mo talagang tikman bago mo malaman kung anong gusto mo. It comes with work, food, family, relationship. You need to test it out. You need to test other things, and you need to have the guts to do so. Because what else can you really get from doing something different from the rest? You know, their opinions doesn't matter anyway. No opinion matters in your life. When you reach my age, not di naman ako matanda, pero when you reach my level of experience in terms of life, like quality of life, you know, I've been through a lot as a kid who's risky. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in my college days, my hair was long, color orange. I had 8 piercing, I had tattoos, and I have necklaces. Like, a lot of things happened to me in Pinil, and because I
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
I was so well versed right now with when it comes to people, different types of people, because I was so crazy in college, you know. I was everywhere. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was attending all the parties. I wasn't attending the org meetings, but I was but with those mistakes, at that time you would perceive that mali yun eh. Like, pero where I am right now, it was all because of those, with
Experiences.
limitations. Yeah. But with limitations, guys. Everything has a limitation. So do not forget that in terms of that. So yun, that's my story. Lengthy one, a 25-minute story, but that's me.
Go
Mm,
lang.
hey, it
Actually,
wasn't
it was
just one
really,
story.
yeah, it
Yeah.
Wasn't just one
If you
story.
have
It
just
was two
one
stories.
story.
that's two story. Yeah. If you have any questions with me, like from the comment section or from you
Hi,
guys,
viewers. Oo nga pala. Yes, if you have any questions, just comment down below. Anything about business, anything about Tots' life. Go.
Kay Tots lang po ha. Hindi po kami damay dito. Kay Tots lang po.
Walang laglagan sa aming dalawa. Kay Tots lang.
Kay Tots lang po. Kay, labas po kami. Hindi, Tots,
Kami lang
okay.
to, guys.
I'm
Huwag kayong
curious.
mag-alala.
I'm curious. What gave you
Oh,
yung
ayan na.
go signal? Parang,
Oh,
first of all,
yeah,
what gave you the go
actually.
signal na, okay, I'm opening this branch in Makati. Go signal ng,
Hmm.
okay, I wanna open this Mexican stall.
I think my one of my go signals. I had a few signal that sinabi ng life na this is the time. But I ignored it. You know. I was scared. You know, I was still a kid at that time. You know, I was around 20. I think I was 25 at that time. I was very very scared. But I had when KKFC. idea started, when it was still boiling, my father had an accident in between. So on around 2018, no 17, sorry, around
Mm-hmm.
2017, around November, my dad had a terrible accident. So basically, what happened was, um, he slipped while walking. He tripped on a pebble. No, malit lang pala yung pebble. On a stone. Then he dislocated his hip. So
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
what happened was he was unable to walk for like 2 years, I think, or 1 year. And my dad was mainly handling our small business at that time. So basically, when he wasn't able to do his normal task, like daily life, he's basically bedridden kasi nga hindi na siya makalakad. So
Yeah.
that triggered me at that time, and that's where I submitted my resignation immediately. When I got the news, when I heard about it, like my dad was was in an accident and he could walk, and my mom was telling that this would cost us a lot to fix, and us, di naman kami like golden spoon or silver spoon growing up. Eh. We had to really work for what we have, and when we had the when I had the opportunity to give the right reason for resignation, I did it. Like I passed my resignation, ma'am. Um, my boss at that time, I talked to her immediately, like, this is what happened to my dad, and I needed to resign because I needed to be a support in our family business. But in reality, I wanted to do it. Like I like, it's like the world's telling me na, oy, ito na yung time. Kung meron ka pang doubts, ito na yung time kasi wala ka nang no choice. Like wala nang no choice yun. Like it's not even a choice to to say no. And I just had to, like, I had to resign. I knew I had to because I wasn't really happy with the idea of me not being able to support my family during those trivial times. And yun yung go signal. Then KKFC started.
Mm. Wait. Now we have a question from Elijah. If ever, will you be opening El Poco or KKFC in the South soon?
Woohoo.
There is, I don't want to give false hope, but there's a current conversation going on with KKFC being open in South. So, hindi ko pa sasabihin
Oh.
kung saan, pero it's in South part. But it's not gonna happen this year because
Mm.
masyado nang matapang yung dalawang branch. Um, um, but we are aiming to open in South. Eventually, El Poco, kunyari dumating yung panahon na maging stable na tayong lahat. We want to
Mm.
build El Poco first in Taft. Walang ibang ideal place sa El Poco kundi to be embedded in Taft, Taft's heart. I want El Poco to be part of your culture wherein, kunyari, nagyabangan kayo ng mga school. O, meron kaming ganito. O, meron kaming El Poco, wala kayong ganyan. And that's my goal. I want it to be embedded in the Lasallian Saints School culture. I wanted to be your thing as a student. Na paglaki nyo, like, yeah, we have this, and you can visit it. You can visit the memories and everything that you did while you're in college. So, yun yung idea. Then we open at South and North for sure. South is most ideally kasi nga mas madaming fanatics ng mga Mexican food sa South based on our
Yes,
studies
yes,
before.
yes, 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 yes. By the way,
Right.
Tots, if ever soon, are you open for franchising?
Not
For
yet.
El
Not
Poco or ano?
El Poco, not yet. KKFC also not yet. The branch in Makati is company owned, meaning it's still ours.
Hmm.
The partners is still a family, close relative or family member. Hindi siya available for public pa.
Mm-mm.
But we'll get
Okay,
there. For
okay.
sure we'll get there.
Mm-mm. That's nice, that's nice. Wait, we have another question from Anton Gonzalez. What
Ayan
advice would you
po.
give to people who may plan to open businesses, especially given our quarantine situation?
Good question right there. A lot of people are asking me this. And then I always tell them, now in quarantine, the one way to make money is to follow the wave of the trend. So you deciphering what will be the trend is a good thing. Like kung mauna ka dun sa trend, then that's a good thing. Pangalawa is you focus on micro sales, meaning the business that you should be opening needs to be less capital so you can get more money in a faster way. Because right now, quarantine, as you can see, trends are really fast. Few months ago, it was baked sushi. Then it became baked something. Then it became baked sisig. Then it became a lot of things like lasagnas and everything. It's a trend na mabilis lang siyang mawala. So you
Mm.
need to create a business that has small capital. Kapag hindi ka masyadong magamay sa business. So basically, you could resell stuff, you could make stuff, then sell it very quickly. Yun yung paraan ngayon. Micro business yung tawag ko sa kanya or micro sales. One other thing is if you create a business that's focusing on services. Right now, that's the thing. Services. Services in what industry? Many industries are available right now, especially when it comes to marketing. Because right now, the battle between businesses, the battle between businesses are mainly focused on marketing. You know,
Mm.
pagalingan kung paano ka mapansin. Kumbaga, the product
Yes.
should be good, but the next thing is how you will be known. Pagalingan yan kung paano pasikat sa market. Services like logo making, printing, illustrators, video making, product shooting, product making, all of those things na pwede mong ma-incorporate sa industry meron ka. So, for example, nasa MMA ka, service ng photography, rent ng camera, those things. Ganun siya. Ganun na yung galawan ngayon pagdating sa pagbe-business. And more importantly, before you enter into a business, you should be 100,000% dedicated to the business. The option is not to fail. That's the mindset.
Yeah.
The
Mm.
mindset is if I do this, it shouldn't fail. Hindi yung I do this, it's okay to fail because I have plan B. No. The business is the plan A and there will be no plan B. Meaning you do everything that you need to do for that business to be successful. If you have to study all over again for the industry, go on. If you need to learn new skills and abilities, go on. Because that's the only way to keep a good product, to keep a good business going. The
Mhm.
knowledge is super important and information sa gantong industry. So when you enter into one, make sure make sure 100,000% that you're ready. Because that's what I did. That was what works for me. It doesn't mean na what works for me will work for you. But universally speaking, if you want to aim something high and to be successful at one thing, you should be doing that one thing. You cannot focus on many things at the same time. So yun siya.
Grabe, parang, alam mo yun, like, parang napatunayan lang ni Tots yung saying na pag may gusto, laging may paraan. Alam mo yun,
Yeah.
Dax. Di ba?
It it it's true,
Tayo
it's true,
may
it's true.
dahilan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kung what's your passion, you're gonna do it talaga. Kahit
Yeah.
kahit sino man humadlang sa'yo, you're really gonna do it kahit papaano.
Yeah.
Kahit
If you look,
kahit you've been experiencing any hardships, you'll get back up right away.
yeah,
Kasi
you
you
should
really want to do it. Ganun.
yeah. And speaking of hardship, you should perceive it as a normal thing.
Hmm.
Like it's a normal occurrence in life. Like hindi siya dapat uy, oh my god, may challenge na naman. No, it's like oh shit, oh meron ulit. Oh yeah, nice, nice. Let's go, may challenges. It's a normal thing. You should perceive it as a normal thing. Because ito lang naman yung growth process eh. Like when you have this hardships, challenges, diyan ka lang mag-grow. So you should be welcoming it. Like us business owners in my industry, like sales are down, marketing so hard to reach with other people. We welcome it very nicely. Like me personally, if no one buys our food for a certain period, I was like, so what's going on here? Okay, that's good. Let's have a conversation between the teams and create something new for the market, like how to able to reach them and and blah blah blah, strategy. So you welcome that kasi it lessens the stress. It lessens your stress if you perceive it that way. Hindi ka na magugulat like yung mga ibang tao sanay na sa heartbreak. I'm not saying na kasama siya dito, pero meron may mga ganun, di ba? So I'm just, I'm just playing. So
May
that's how you
kape?
do it.
Hindi ko rin
Nagsalita
sinasabi
na
na
rin.
ako yun. Hindi ko rin naman sinasabi na ako yun, guys.
Kape
Um,
lang naman, kape lang.
okay lang.
Happy lang, happy lang.
I'm
Happy lang.
Yeah,
offering lang. Mas
yeah.
happy lang tayo dito.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
We do
Wait.
have another
So this
question
is yeah,
from
we
Anton
have
also.
from Anton also. What adjustments have you had to make because of the current situation?
Um, business wise, we had to adjust big on finances, expenses. We had to minimize all expenses na pwedeng maiwasan. So we focus on not having pilferages yung mga napapanis or nawawala, mga ganyan. We focus on controlling expenses through bits and bits. Like yung mga procurement, yung purchasing, lahat yun naka mando or naka observe very very strictly. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how we're handling right now with current situation. Sorry. And challenging kasi ngayon yung marketing side. So you have to spend a lot on marketing but you have to spend it wisely. Because you need people to be talking about your product. If you're and I for myself need to be talking about it, but also other people should be talking about it. So that's where our
Mm-hmm.
adjustments in. So when we before we had this called we were delivering our food, so we have expenses saved for that. So we refocus the energy on that expenditures to marketing. So that was the adjustment that we had. And ngayon personally, I'm not saying I did my best when it comes to controlling my myself from add to cart or ordering online food. I had my own episode on my YouTube account that I was supporting small businesses. So I was really spending a lot back to the community. I wanted the community to be alive. I wanted the small businesses to gain, even in my smallest ways, to buy their food, then expose them by talking about them. Ganun yung ginawa ko. So, um, yung add to cart, yung pagbili ng online food, if you can make your food at home, just make it. If you don't need the add to cart sakit syndrome, you don't just ignore the cart for now.
Unless sale siya ng 10-10 or what.
Yeah,
And
Ayan.
for
so
our viewers, reminder lang, wala kayong kailangan bilhin sa Shopee. Charot.
yeah, madami ng tao ngayon na wala ng
Yeah.
panglasa. Nawala ng
Yeah.
panlasada. Nawala na sila ng panlasada.
Kawawa naman sila.
Yeah, wala na silang
Wow.
panlasada. So
So yun
yun,
guys, to our viewers, just add more comments if you want. Just ask away. Wait. Yeah. Just ask away. We will do everything we can to answer your questions. So yeah.
mhm. I'm welcoming
Those
every
like
like questions about like what is life after college, yung mga ganyan. Like what
Hmm.
what will be the expectations? Because a lot
Actually,
of
I'm kind of like I'm kind of thinking about ano din kasi planning to build up my business then in the future. But as a business owner, what are your top three priorities?
to build a business,
Mm-mm.
that's a good
Top
one.
three. Okay. I think top three. Ito yung I think these are the non-negotiables, right? These are non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Uh, One would be the power of information on the industry that you want to be in. Hindi talaga to pwedeng mawala. This is common in a medyo ano na 'to, parang, yeah, obviously kailangan mong malaman, parang gano'n. But, um, if you think about it really, really well, there's really more into what you see on the internet or in an industry. There's always like a deeper level of understanding when you enter into a business. Magugulat ka na, ganito pala yung ibang ginagawa nila. Ganito pala sila.
Mhm.
I thought they were doing this, but no, they were actually doing the other ways to do it. Because there's no actual way to do business. There's no universal execution, So the power of information should be there. Pag nag-branch out ka sa power of information, it comes with self-study, workshops, listening to other people that's inside the industry, getting mentored by the people inside the industry. So yun siya. Pangalawa, I would say this is pretty obvious, finances. You should, when you start a business, you should be able to have buffers for failures. Kasi you're bound to fail. Exactly. You're bound to fail on your first ventures. That's how first timers learn. That's how you get outside the name of I'm a first timer, because you're bound to fail. So you should have finances buffer. So ibig sabihin nito, when you start a business, may mga times na manenegative ka on the long run. No earnings, probably break even is a good thing, but let's say negative. You should be able to have financing capabilities to buffer the business to continue to live on, to continue the business life. Kasi ganun siya, ganun yung mangyayari talaga. Then third is um passion talaga. Like, wala nang ibang sagot sa successful business kung hindi mahal nila yung ginagawa nila. Kahit sa sobrang simpleng paggawa ng, like, maging plantito, plantita, they love the halamans. Isipin mo, if you simply love something, you could make a business out of it already. Like, you just have to know the right channels and the right platform. May naisipan mo ba yung mga tao, naisip ng isang, imagine yung mga pinakaunang nagpa-plants. Plant is a very natural occurrence in our world, and some person just thought na pwede tong ibenta eh.
Mhm.
And because he was so passionate about plants, he was able to explain what are the things that a specific plant will do. Like lavenders could help you get more sleep. And if without the power of information, hindi mo ma-explain yun sa customers. So the passion is there, and this all three comes in line every time you do it. So yun siya.
Grabe. So, Sab, do you have any questions, if ever?
Actually, yeah. How do you know if this flavor makes the cut on the menu?
We have this so to give a better understanding in the industry of food, we have POS. So POS is
Mm-hmm.
our point of sales. All POS has this program wherein they get all the data of the transaction per day. So
Okay.
we get this data over a month of period or over the year. Then we collate the data and we organize the data, and it shows us all the numbers that we need. So
Mhm.
we have the we were gonna see the whole year the honey sriracha sold over like 55% of all the choices. We have garlic parmesan sold like 30% this month, or we have those data. Business is a data driven thing. Totoo yun when they say in school, when they say you have to master the data courses, the accounting courses, because these are the only things that will be very important on your life moving forward. Magtrabaho ka man o magnegosyo, it will be a requirement to know the data, how to use Excel, how to get these basic skills. Ito talaga yung importante. And I didn't know how to do this when I started this thing. I had to ask people to teach me. I had to pay actually someone to teach me how to do the basic accounting again, kahit pinasok ko naman siya ng maayos sa school. But because I was not serious about it, like, di ko talaga siya, like, I just wanted to finish school.
Yeah.
And hindi pumasok sa utak ko yung idea. So, in regret, sa future, nagbayad pa ako ng tao para turuan ako. So, yun siya. Data-driven siya, Sap.
Oh, okay. To our viewers, any more questions? Actually, just you guys
Yeah.
can keep asking. Curious ako, Tots, ano yung story behind the name Tots? Kasi ang layo niyo sa Richard. Yan.
Okay.
Curious ako. Let's get
Okay.
to know our guests on a little more personal level, guys.
So,
Wow.
Wow!
okay. So, when I was in college, even before I got into college,
Mhm.
back in high school, I there was a time where I was famous because I was playing Dota very well. So Tots is actually my in-game name or my game name.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Ooh, okay.
and the Tots start was formed because there was a time in my high school days wherein people are so fond of putting nicknames into their original name. So for example, Sabrina, Kun, like the Japanese thing, like those thing, like
Mhm.
Willy Manser, like those things. And there was a time wherein people were saying, like for example, Sabrina Neski, mga ganon. Though they add those things,
Yes.
and I added mine, which turned out to be very bastos, which I put Ken Tots together. When I did that, people started to like hindi naman bully, but started to make fun of my name, like, "Oy, oy, ganyan." And you know what corresponds with how it rhymes, right? So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
so it always boiled down to that, and I just decided to remove my name from it, from Kentots to Tots. Then I use that always while playing Dota 1 and in a computer shop before in front of LaSalle, which is called Arena, which is tech tight right now. So
Mm.
so I got famous from playing, and people started to introduce me that way. Yeah, ito si Tots yung kalaro natin kanina. And I was like, I think having a new life is a good thing because I wanted to change my persona. Because when I was in high school, I was kind of a loser, you know. I was a class clown, hindi ako sinagot ng mga niligawan ko. So I needed to change how I perceive myself. So I did. So I turned professional gamer. I was still using the name Tots. I quit professional gaming. I never let go of the nickname anymore because people are started to call me Tots. Di ko na siya mapigilan.
Mm.
So right now, it's one of my how I determine my friends is based on how they call me. Like if you call me Ken or Richard, or mostly Ken, you are probably my friend from college below.
Mm.
If you call me Tots, you are college above. If you call me sir, you're my employee. Just joke lang.
Gusto ko yung may category eh.
Yeah,
That's true.
right now I'm being called Titots or Tito Tots. So those are from El Poco people. Kuya Tots, Tito
Mm.
Tots, those are El Poco homies. And I
Manong
embrace
Tots.
that. Yeah, I embrace. Wag naman manong. I embrace that. I embrace the Tito version of me because I like sharing my experiences to everyone because I
Mm.
think I think it's helpful.
Mhm.
In my life din naman in college, there was someone who's like me right now, telling me his experiences, the things that he should have done, the things na dapat niyang ginawa, and the things that he did. So, just me, parang paying back lang to sa, sa natutunan ko. Yun talaga yung kailangan natin. We must be able to share our experiences to everyone.
In creating a business, was there any part na something was holding you back?
Failures. At that time,
Failure.
failing was very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Pero what was really really tough was criticism. Failure was okay. I could fail alone in private and I'll be okay. But getting criticized by the it's like doing your best and still get criticized by it. Doon ako natatakot before. I didn't want to hear it. Like, I didn't want to people say the food was bad. I didn't want to hear stories that hindi sila natuwa sa nilabas namin pagkain. And and those are the things that really like gave me the breaks, like kaya ko ba tanggapin to. But then again, I was like, let's just do it anyway. I have haters anyway, so might as well just make a team out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
so yun,
Parang you.
I embrace everything. I embrace the negative and make it positive out. Make positive something about it. Lagi.
Mhm. Also, we have a question from so we have a
Nathan.
question from Nathan. Hello, Nathan. Nandito ka na naman. Thank you for tuning in
To our
lagi sa
constant
bawat
viewer,
episode.
Nathan, hello.
So yun, the question is, setting aside the whole gamer story and how you got the name, do you think really in the first place that you were really a loser?
Good question. Um, you to be able to answer this ng maayos. You have to understand that on that time where I was thinking that I was a loser, it was because I wasn't belonging. No, I wasn't able to belong to any types of groups at that
Mm-hmm.
time. I was
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time talking to people. I didn't have the social skills yet, and I wanted to be someone already. I wanted to be at that time. I wanted to be known. I want people's affirmation. I wanted them to feel who I was, and I wasn't able to do it. Mainly because at that time I think I wasn't good looking enough. High school are pure insecurities. This stage is like you doubting yourself. Do I look good enough? Do I speak well? Do I have the money to be enough? Those are the things. And yung sa inyo, I'm sure you guys had that. We had those too. We definitely had those moments. And that's where I perceived that I was a loser because everything else around me, they felt like they were doing the right things. Miniligawan sila, sinagot sila. Ako yung niligawan ko, piniraan ako. Mga ganun. Yung mga ganong stories that made me really feel like I was a loser at that time. So hence the urge to change lifestyle, to get more experience by I was going out alone back in the days. I was going to bars alone, talking to people. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I just had that. You know, siguro I was just really lucky to be that ballsy, to be that brave to decide on those type of things. Most people won't do it, but I did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Sana all hindi
Okay.
shy.
Because I had nothing to lose basically because I was already looking at myself as a loser, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
what was to lose? Like, my pride? I had no pride because I was already perceiving myself as one. Like, it just gave me the idea that, oh my God, I could be anything that I want now. Because I'm not protecting myself anymore from all this blah, 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 from all this judgment from other people, from other people saying that I'm not good enough. I don't have any space from that anymore because I already perceive myself as a loser. So that only gave me boost to do more things. I had a piercing, I had my hair color changed. That these were the times na I literally changed everything. I was from bald to long hair, like super long hair. It was not perm, but it was super curly like Santo Nino. I had it I had it on I had it orange. Then eventually it outgrew the orange, it became ombre, and I had a piercing on my mouth. I had so much piercing on my ears. I had necklace. I had rings. I was really fat. So I was really like super confident about myself that I can finally do something that I want. Like I want to explore,
Mm-hmm.
and I did because wala, hindi na ako takot sa judgment. Hindi na
Mm-hmm.
hindi na ako nagpapa-apekto sa kanila. And dinala ko na yung ganong mindset until now on my adult days where I have responsibilities, I have work. So yung etiquette na yon, like if someone said na, oh, there's something wrong about your stuff. Like I listen, but I don't like absorb it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ganun siya.
Hey, wait. So we have another question from B or
Alright,
Bi or Bino.
B.
Ayun,
That's my
B.
girl.
B.
Ayun, hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Oh, ganda naman ng picture na yan.
B? Wait lang,
Yeah.
kinikilig
So do
ako.
you consider yourself successful?
Because I have you, yes.
Yeah.
Kaya,
Ha-
hi
happy
guys.
wife, happy wife, happy life.
Sana all. Sana all ka na lang.
Viewers, on the count of three, let our response be sana all.
Cred-
Sana all.
credits to my partner B. I'm not gonna be in the position where I'm right now if it wasn't for her. So you guys, walang El Poco, walang success of and achievements if walang Ate B. So I'm just the one who's always talking, but she is everything that I am right now. So yun. So it's not if it's not for her, then wala din ako sa position na nandito ako ngayon. So yun siya.
So,
I
hmm.
do I
Get
do
you a
I
man.
do
Guys,
I
get you a man who
consider
will talk to
myself
you.
do I
Grabe.
consider myself as successful? No, I never did because I feel like I'm gonna be scared if I felt successful. I'm gonna stop if I felt successful. So I never set a goal on my success. I just do things that contributes to what I want to achieve on long term and short term every day. For example,
Mhm.
I want to open El Poco again. So what I do, I learn how to market El Poco slowly. Though that's a small goal, you know. The long term is I want to build El Poco as a restaurant. So what I do is those small things contributes to the big things. I don't stray away from my goal. Lahat ng ginagawa ko every day is supposed to be for that goal. I wake up, I work, and I take care of myself because myself is needed to the goal. I don't drink a lot. I don't like I don't put my relationship in jeopardy because I need my relationship to be part of that goal. So everything that I do is towards that. So wala akong definite successful moment pa. Siguro in time. Maybe in family time, daddy time. Baka doon ma-feel ko pa. So,
So, yun guys. Bale,
Get
parang
you
let this
who
be
will
an
tell you their
advice to
thoughts.
everyone na
Get guy who
na
will talk to you like this guy. My God.
let this be advice to everyone na with the right person, madami kang magagawa.
yeah,
Boom!
yeah, that is very true.
True.
That's
That's
very true.
very, very true.
Kasi the support, the commitment will be 100% kahit ano man yan.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Taga hindi
Medyo,
na to na inspiring naging love advice na to.
okay,
Taga
okay, okay.
love
Medyo
advice topic.
lumalalim na yung hukay natin, Hans.
So,
Lumalalim yung hukay. Teka lang.
so yun, we have a
Hans,
comment from Elijah again.
sana
Sana
all.
all.
Okay.
Don't get us wrong. We
Thoughts,
have our
what would you
problems
like
too.
to say? What would you like to say to one of your constant customers on El Poco?
Sana
Let's
all
go.
emotionally stable, no? Sana all. Kasalanan ng stars kung ba't hindi masaya sa Elijah.
Why am I a Gemini?
It's the stars. It wasn't aligning. Yung isa nasa kaliwa. That's why you left. Mga ganun. But I love Elijah. Elijah's super personality si Elijah. Like
Mm-hmm.
you need an
Mm-hmm.
Elijah. You need an
I like
We
Elijah
that.
love
in your life.
you. We just love
Sana
teasing
all
you.
may Elijah sa buhay nila. Wow.
Wow, that's true.
Ay, wait, oh, Sabo, may fan ka dito. Tingnan mo.
Huh? Oh my god. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
Hey.
I'm not cool. I'm just me. And I think that's the coolest thing that will ever will be, Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. Ayun, so we have
Wow.
another question from Jacob. It's how do you
Wow,
change your
sir.
mindset when you when you feel like you were at
Employee.
low points in your career to shift your life? Any tips to do so?
How do you change your mindset? Um it starts with how you accept yourself. It always will start on acceptance, self-acceptance talaga yan. You can never change how your mind thinks if you don't accept who you are at first. If you don't acknowledge your demons, your bad things in life, your anxieties, issues, lahat, mapa-relationship, mapa-family, mapa-personal, you need to admit and accept the fact that it exists and you cannot run away from it. The more you run away from the problem, the more it creates a trampoline to like slap you in the face.
Hmm.
So that's my metaphor to my issues. I have my issues too. Don't get me wrong. Me and B, we have our issues in the relationship, but we accept those as 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 early as possible. We acknowledge them so we know how to handle them. Because when remember life and what you say on a daily basis, right? What you think on a daily basis will really depends on how you feel about the day. So when you have this chip on your shoulders na parang ini-ignore mo lang, it affects your daily life. Kunyari magkaaway kayo, may kaaway ka and you don't want to admit the issues, the next day you bring that with you. Your tone is different. The way you talk with other people is different. So, ganun siya. The earlier you admit, the earlier you accept, then that's the first thing that you do, then you can change your mindset. Because, alam mo na eh, hindi ka naman makakapagbago ng problema kung di mo alam yung problema.
Hmm.
So, um, how do you change your mindset? Yeah, that's how I did it. And the low points career, um, same. Just embrace the failures, the negativity. Very used tong line na to eh, pero it's the only way. It's actually the only way to do it. You should just accept and embrace. Accept the flaws, embrace the negativity, then use those experiences to, trampoline yourself to more successful and positive thing. Like I said, embrace the grind, embrace the negativity. Ganun talaga yan.
Embracing
Okay.
challenges rather
Yeah.
than. Mhm. Ayun, so we have another question again from Nathan. Was there a time where you wanted to reconnect with those people who think that you didn't
Do
do
good
good
enough.
enough?
Nah, nah, I did
Straight up
nah,
now.
nah. Why would I? Like, they're not important. I am important to myself. I should not
Yo.
be lost to myself. I should be able to know
Mm.
myself. I should be able to produce good things by myself. I should be able to move on with life by myself. Yung mga plus one ng buhay like me having B, it's the cherry on top. But my cake, I am my cake. I am my decoration and I'm yummy by myself. That's just but that's the metaphor. That's the metaphor. Um
I like
I
that.
didn't feel I didn't feel to reconnect because I didn't really need to reconnect with them. Um there will be more people in your life that will be more helpful to you,
Meaningful.
meaningful to you. There people come and go and that is true. But there will be people, I'm pretty sure everyone has this, there will be people that will never leave regardless of the situation. Hindi mo lang sila kausap, lagi, but there will be people like that. Yung mga taong yon, when I was feeling good enough, they didn't make me feel better, so why would I reconnect with them? In fact,
Yeah, tsaka,
many of those guys lost their ways. Some became my good friends because we reconnected, but I didn't put the effort to reconnect with those people. Like the life suddenly found its own way for us to reconnect, and with the changes that happened in our lives, na iba na kaming tao, hindi na sila nang bubuli or hindi na sila nang gaganyan, and we're now good friends. But me, effort sa mga tao na wala, no. No.
eh, tsaka diba, ba't mo naman babalikan yung
Thank
walang
you.
pinagdutaan?
Next.
Yeah, no. You don't need to like forward lang. The more you think about the people from behind, the more you get stiff neck. And I don't like stiff necks. So I don't. Even my past relationships, I don't talk to them. I like wala yun because tapos na eh. Move on and
Mm.
everything. Move forward lang
Oo,
lagi.
dahan-dahan na. Diba?
And thank you. Next. Ayan, next question. Charot. Now we have a new question from Anton. What means do you use to advertise your business?
Right now we're big on Facebook marketing. So we boost our ads, but we make sure our ads is eye catchy enough for people to engage with. Second is we
Mm-hmm.
use word of mouth. So since it's hard to reach with the people right now with the generation of phone and very fast news feed, very short attention span of the people, we should be able to get the attention very quick. And when we get the attention, we should be able to explain information very quick as well. So when like for example, we boost pictures of our chicken wing. Pag click mo yung chicken wing, all information's already there. Where you buy it, how you buy it, and everything. Or just click on the curiosity of the person. Um uh Third is the basic form of advertising is customer service. That is the most fundamentally, that's the fundamental. So that is our very focus right now. Like when you PM our social media, you'd be talking to a person, not an auto reply stuff that most people do. You'd be talking to me, you'd be talking to one of my employees, you'd be talking to part of the team. So your problems are going to be dealt as human as possible. We try to stray away from this robotic industry. Kasi our marketing
Right.
tool is Ken Fried Chicken is your favorite delivery guy. So ganun siya, your friendly delivery guy. So we stay with that.
Mm. That's nice talaga.
Thoughts?
Yes?
Yeah, speaking of advertising, yung logo, syempre. So, coming with the logos would be the color scheme. So, did you ever look up like color theories? Kasi diba, um, color red signifies
Food,
um, yeah,
hunger.
food.
I did.
Yeah, so
I studied.
even for El Poco,
Yes.
what's the story behind the color scheme ng El Poco?
Color scheme of El Poco is scientifically proven. Teal and orange is the most appetizing to any human eyes. So because the natural is sky is teal, sun is orange, and we love that scenery every day of our lives, right?
Yeah.
So people love sunset, people love sunrise, and then that's the basic color of the sunset and the sunrise. The teal and orange. That's where it came from. That's why many people are using it. That's why Will is using teal right now because it pops out. It pops out very well. It catches the eyes of the customer because it's familiar already in their eyes because every day you see that. You look at the sky, you look at the sun, so you're familiar with it. And when it passes by, you automatically sees it. Like it easily imprints on your eyes because you're so familiar with it. So that's why the color scheme of El Poco is orange and teal. So yes, power of
I just
information.
thought
I did study that.
not gonna lie,
Grabe.
natutuwa ako sa sobrang
I mean,
computers.
ako nga din eh, natutuwa din ako eh. Kasi parang just to make it big or just to make it successful, parang you really have to use all resources that you can find.
And it's free.
Mapagasto ka man, yeah, mapagasto ka man or kahit free. Even better pag free kasi mas
Yeah, it's
makakatipid ka
free. Internet is
for
everywhere.
investments.
Information is internet. Like, maximize it, guys. It's so
Mm-mm.
much fun to learn for free than to pay. Kaya nga madami nagsasabi that natural schooling is, I mean, the traditional schooling is basically useless right now, right? Because everything is online. You could actually get classes. I'm not saying that it's useless, but I'm saying is, no, my right term is practical. It's not practical anymore
Mm-hmm.
to get the traditional education, because education needs reformation right now, because we need to have better handling when it comes to mental health, better stress mechanism. These things are needed to be hindi pwedeng turo pero form, this concept of mental stability needs to be formed and adapt to the newborn students and you guys as well. You guys are the
Yeah.
heaviest. Millennials are the heaviest that deals with this. I am a millennial as well, but has na 93 kasi ako eh. So we're in the middle of the Gen Zs and the millennial, the tech and the running outside. We both felt that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we're. I think that's one reason why we're kind of okay and we accept that fact, but we also learn how to ignore those things, because growing up, di naman siya pinag-uusapan, pero right now, so you see some like old people right now feeling also this mental health issues because napag-uusapan na, which is a good thing.
I think
Yeah.
So yun.
our generation has an easier time with adapting to everything.
Yeah, maawa din kayo sa Gen Z. The boomers are like ignoring all these things because it's true.
That's
They're just really used to ignoring this stuff, but it's true. It's true. Even me, I I I admit that mental challenges are real. And I explained it to my mom. My mom is a boomer. Like, I explained to my mom that these things are real. You need to open up your mind clearly when someone goes to you and asks about these things, because my mom is a barangay chairman at our place. So may may mga problematic child siyang ina-handle, and she handles them very very old school way na parang the paluin sa puwet kind of way, pero on a talk
under the
basis.
corner.
Yeah, in a conversation way, but sabi ko talk to them, right, emotionally, mentally, maybe it will change.
Mm-hmm.
So yun.
Hey, wait. We have a new question naman from Elijah. What if your family owns a building and wants to put up a resto, but you are hesitant and want to be on
What?
social media muna? What do you do?
What
I
if your
can hear
family
Hmm.
owns
Elijah's
a building
voice. I can hear
but
him asking
you're
something.
hesitant? So Kuya Tots, what if your fam owns a building? I love it.
Elijah na Elijah!
Um, if siguro in this situation, no, kasi paiba-iba naman talaga yung financials and real estate situation ng mga businesses. Pero if you own a building and if you own a building and you could put up a restaurant, are you hesitant that it will work, or are you hesitant on who will work on the restaurant? That's a two different thing. If you're hesitant on who will handle the restaurant, o di mag social media muna talaga kayo. But
Mhm.
if you're confident that someone very very knowledgeable and acquired the right skills to do and handle it, then why not? Kasi your next step is the social media, to be able to be known.
Mm-hmm.
So the easier way to answer Elijah's question is to know the actual process of what you want to execute. then the right people that is with the execution platform, let you should be able to know if they could do the job or not. And if not, then that's where the hesitations comes from. Remember, hesitation comes from understanding a certain situation. So you should just be able to like understand it more further for you to find answers. If okay bang magbukas ng resto or not. Pero right now, hindi okay magbukas ng resto. Unless you can create something na people would be okay to eat. Like, right now kasi ang trend is to stay alive, to
Yes.
survive the pandemic. So people are saving up money. But there are other markets that are not saving money, which is the elite ones, the big names, the super yaman guys, and they don't have to save money, but they're looking to spend money.
Mm.
So you create something that would people would buy. You determine your market. Kung doon ka sa mga elitista, sell gold ice cream. Baka trip nila kasi wala na silang magawa sa pera nila eh. So yun, everything comes with like the right study din naman talaga. And yun nga, the right understanding of the concepts. So yun, Elijah, I hope that helps.
I think we
Yun.
have another
So we have
question.
another question from John Gregorio.
Roy,
Hello.
si
Hi,
John!
John!
Si Kuya
Hi,
Tot!
John!
Hi, John!
So yun, do
We
you
thought.
think having the experience of being a gamer contributes to your success in the industry? Wow, that's
Mm,
quite good actually.
it
Good
does,
question.
heavily. You know why? Gaming actually gave me the personality of not giving a damn about things because the easiest way to bully someone is through gaming. If you're not familiar with it, like it's one of the most cases of studies right now in terms of bullying is online bullying in channels of gaming. So uh, it made me stronger in terms of criticism because I was playing on a professional level wherein people are actually talking trash to me. I was growing up with an old school way of gaming, which we play on a same spot on a same computer shop right across. And when you want to talk trash to the other team, you say it directly. So people were saying to you like, "Baboy, you're not good at the game." Anything that they could say badly, they will do it because it's part of the game. It's an understatement to feel bad. No, there are other people that really get under your skin, and those days were actually helped me mend my personality. But also to be really transparent about how gaming industry helped me was I met business minded people through gaming because I was able to talk to people who were into business and they saw the future of the esports which is happening right now. And these people actually are the big names that are contributing heavily on the industry, and I was blessed to be in the same circle when I was playing before they got into the position that they are right now. CEOs, really president of organizations. Before they got into that, they were just normal people as well, and I was able to talk to them and learn their views and work ethic and what are their plans and how they did it. So I'm still connected with them. I ask advices from them because they're far more experienced businessmen than I am. So the gaming industry really did help. And siguro isa na rin yung my generosity way back when I was helping the I was helping the foreign investor of this organization. I was helping him on his daily life by having him live at my place for free for 2 years. So because I was so passionate about the industry of gaming and I knew it had a big future, I helped this man to ease up the travels of his work because his partner lives in QC and the computer shop is here in our area. And I told him na Kenchi because Kenchi is a Malaysian. So we talk that way. Like, hey, come here, come, just come live at my house. So we talk that way every day. for 2 years. That's why I'm good at like saying Malaysian English. And he was telling me stories on how to handle things. He is just not even a high school graduate, I believe, but owns many businesses right now in the industry, and he just keeps on sharing. So that really helped me to build who I am right now.
That's nice lah.
Mm.
So,
So yeah,
to our viewers, ayun, sige, go.
beyond I hope that that helps a lot. Many things in my life comes from personal experience and decision making that I didn't know what was the result, but I just had to do it. And when I did it, it yielded bad result, it yielded good result. But regardless of it, I know some answers now, and I know some do's and don'ts. So yun.
So,
That's
ayun, to
the
our viewers, I hope you were contented naman with those answers. But if you want to ask more, just keep them comments going.
feel
We
free to
will
ask
do our best
anything
to
at this time.
answer our best. Yes.
Yeah.
Kahit ano,
So,
like
Kahit ano
tanong
na
lang,
yan.
pero PG lang ah.
Yes, guys, let's keep things PG. Okay?
how
Um,
about how about you guys? Like, how are you how are you handling the current situation?
Hmm, actually, I'm doing well. Kinukwento ko lahat kay Sabrina kung ano na nangyayari sa akin. So, there's that.
that's been encrypted.
And siguro the best thing that happened for me this quarantine is I learned how to value myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I had an opportunity to become an automotive journalist, which is my dream talaga ever since I was a kid. I really want I really want cars. Like I'm really a car enthusiast, 100%.
Mm.
And if I hadn't met Sab, and grabe, I wasn't supposed to talk. I wasn't supposed to talk to I wasn't supposed to talk to her friend. Kasi feel ko di ko siya ka-vibe, ganun. Like, feel ko magiging off lang ako, ganun. Pero hindi. I'm thankful kasi pinush ako ni Sab na kausapin ko yung friend niya, which is naging mutual na namin now.
Mm.
So, yun.
So you get so
If,
So,
you got by quarantine because you have someone na nilalandi. Just to sum it up,
to sum it up, ladies and
to, to,
gentlemen,
to put it in layman's term, quarantine
guys, wala,
is
wala akong nilalandi.
he's very
and
much single.
Yes, I'm very much single. Oh my God.
yeah,
Anyways, so yun nga, parang I'm just blessed lang na I had a chance to pursue my dream
that's
because
good.
of my best friend. So yun.
You know why that is?
There's also one actually. There's also one. Parang this is another opportunity then that happened in quarantine. So yun nga, we had a guest here kasi.
Hmm.
His name is Rabe. So yun. I'm just thankful lang na I also met him kasi I can also do my dream na to become a professional racer with his help, hopefully.
Hmm.
Sana yun, ma-push yun.
What type of
Yeah,
racing? Are we talking track racing?
track, yes, track. Track,
Track. And
yes.
what do you drive right now?
For now, I just drive an SUV lang.
Mm, well, SUV lang. Like, sorry,
No,
like
Oh my
SUV lang.
gosh.
SUV
Sorry.
lang kami because I do pajak. Like sometimes I pajak, but right now SUV lang. Sorry for people.
To to our viewers, just so you know, kaibigan namin talaga si Tots. That's why he's displayed for us. So don't
Yeah.
worry if you feel like na-offend kami or what. This is very casual. This is very normal for us at this point.
If you went to my place and you got to know us, me and Ate B, you'd probably get one of this though. Like you
Oh
get
yeah,
like backhand
hopefully this.
jobs
Yes.
like, "Uy, Sab, you look good today. Ba't wala kang jowa?" Mga ganon. Mga ganong hirit dati. Like, oh, we have that. This, Oy, Elijah,
Basta
welcome back.
madali yung example mo.
Like, oh, Elijah, welcome back. What's the sad story of the week? Mga ganon. Oy, Rupert, so
What's the
are you are,
story of
are
the
you
week?
mga ganon. Oy, Rupert, how are you? Are you actually dealing with real life stuff or just like filter rich that you can just ignore everything else?
Damn, thoughts bigger digging our grave, man. On the internet.
Oo nga eh, like, alam mo yun, now lang ako naki-close kay Tots, pero parang ang dami nilang pwedeng ibagsak sa akin.
What
No,
more ako?
I'm
What more
I'm
ako?
I'm I'm very relatable because I was once a kid that was lost, was trying to my best to get good looking partners in life. When I was a young fat boy na boink boink without any credit or value, but it was really fun. Benild was nice to me, not all the time, but Benild was able to present real life situations wherein I knew that probably other schools won't be able to give because the in my end yung batch ko kasi ng mga Benildians is far different from your end. You guys are more free to express who you are right now, and in my batch I would say that we have stigmas that you if you express yourself you will be criticized by many. So we have those things, groupies, subcultures, dami yan. But then again, Benil was able to, since I was a kid that keeps on drinking every day back in the college, I was able to meet a lot of people with like similar, like similar sugat. Like they have the same anxieties. I finally like found someone who deals with the things that I was dealing with, and it eases up the process of accepting. Kasi I feel like everyone is anxious about many things right now. Me as an owner of a food stall in Taft that basically gets to see students every day, and you get to feel the students, you get to feel them, you get to the way they talk, the way they share their stories, or even these directly share like some friends just talking, and you know how small the spot was. So kahit bumulong ka, maririnig ko talaga yung pinag-uusapan niyo.
That's actually true.
So,
That's very
so I
true.
wa-
Mm.
so ayun, sinusulat ko yung mga pangalan ng mga crush ni Sab. Joke lang, joke lang. But I feel like people are more angsty right
Wrong.
now. Yung angst ng mga tao very high. And just want to give like a positive light about it that it's okay. Na ganun naman din talaga. Even in my end, when I was in college, i-compare yung experience niya sa experience ng iba. It differs somehow. It's similar but pagkakaiba naman lahat yan. So,
Mm.
yun. Sarap kaya mag-aaral sa Binild. Dami nang trash talk sa Binild dati eh. Pero not right now. Like, school is hella fun. Academically, hella fun. Dami ginastos sa mga president sa mga building natin, ah. May generator na nga kayo eh. And
Ay,
people like,
Yeah.
at least it's improving, di ba?
yeah, there's progress,
That's
PTSD is
true.
improving, yeah. Ay, wait, we have Hans Mag... Okay. Um, next question.
Guys, next question.
Nathan, tawag dito, I'm pretty much single, pero yung back off, back off na lang. Pero
Actually,
may
may itong
isa.
si Tots. Tots is very sly, ha? I'm not gonna lie. Alam mo yung,
Mm.
akala mo nagluluto lang siya doon. Tapos may kinukwento lang ako. Kunyari kay Von. Basta kasama ko, nagkukwento ako. Alam mo yung, akala ko kaming dalawa lang nag-uusap. Luto lang yung si Tots. Luto siya. Pag tumahimik na kami, biglang sasabihin, pero ba't ganon? Ah,
It's not
nakikinig ka
it's
pa.
not like we have a choice. It's just like,
That's true.
I mean, you could use an unsolicited advice. And
That's very true. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie, I'm
cuz
faithful to Poco, guys.
there were times where we know already, me and B, like this guy will make a bad decision, and it's this is going to happen, and it's true, and may mga instances na totoo naman na like, don't do it because di naman ikaw yung choice, mga ganun. Like, unsolicited advices are not always bad, but if someone
Yeah.
gives something to you, just listen. You don't have to react anyway. Pero that was the culture of El Poco, eh. Like, people going there to ask advice. Hindi naman unsolicited. Pero they go there and they really open up, and that's really what is important to me. Then my daily job there was to be able to help you guys out, because yun nga, I know the struggles, and I know it's tougher for you guys. Especially for you guys, it's tougher, it's more challenging, mas madaming judgment, may social media, and I grew up with Friendster. The only way you can talk trash with me is if you give me a testimonial dun sa page ko. Yun lang yung way mo man trash talk, and kapag nagparinig ka, kailangan mo siyang ilagay sa status, tapos sasabayan mo ng background music galing Multiply na naka-embed sa profile mo.
Oh
So,
my gosh, multiply!
kunyari malungkot ka, mag-autoplay sa Multiply yung How Do I Breathe, tapos nakalagay dun. Tapos
Tapos,
nakalagay dun sa status mo na parang, I'm nothing without you. How do I breathe? Pag-click, tas yung emo-emo na background.
and then,
Those were that.
di ba, ngayon
Ayun.
parang
So,
status na, pero
mm,
dati, yung mood mo will reflect on your multiply page. Parang, kung emo ka, lahat black, black and red. Kung good mood ka, pwede mong palitan to like yellow and white or something. Parang it's during those times and in a way, you are also very transparent.
Yeah,
Kasi makikita
because
talaga lahat.
you were basically not hiding from any judgment, because you'd be able to express yourself. Your playlist of
Mhm.
Spotify, ng playlist mo pa lang ng Multiply at that time, pag nakita ka na ng red jumpsuit apparatus, alam mo na eh. Malungkot to. When I see your smile. Oh my God, ito na! Ito na yung blade! Batuan mo ng blade! Those were the good days. I had my days too, like emo days. I tried. But
mm,
since my hair was
yeah,
super
same.
curly, mukha lang akong may alon dito. Tapos afro na yung likod. So, funny times.
Yeah.
All
Anyhow,
right.
That's
So,
all.
ayan, we have another question from John. What's the importance of
Okay.
cultivating relationships, no matter how big or small they are, in business and in life in general? Yeah.
um,
Galing magtanong ni John.
the
Oo nga eh,
answer
grabe.
the answer is, you remove um you remove almost everything on your question and just put, cultivating relationship is important to any aspect in life, mapa small, mapa big. I am a firm believer that every good thing started, um and is cultivated I was cultivated by a good relationship. Remember my story on how I was able to get information about how to deal with businesses. I was able to cultivate good relationship with my Malaysian friend, and it started as a relationship without any return. I did not think of any return from that guy. I was just willingly and just really good. Um, uh, I was just really wanting to help. That's our family culture. And if you know our family, the Ramirez family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, we are always welcoming people here at our house to stay. Literally nag-aampon kami ng mga adults before. So that's our home culture, and because we came from hard times, no, we didn't get to our position by blessing or luck. We had to work hard. My mom OFW, my dad all-time business, small, from selling ice lang, mga soft drinks, maliit na tindahan, to a canteen na tas may tindahan, and all that. So lahat yun nagsastart sa good relationship, mapa small or big. When you start to perceive relationship and measure it, if it's gonna be a big or small, that's where you're wrong. That's where you ask yourself if this is the type of circle that you want to be part in. Because remember that the type of people that you hang out with contributes to how you think on a daily basis. Like if you hang out with losers, you'd probably think as a loser. I always tell this to people because I remember having people tell me na I always get the bad guys, Tots. I always get the bad guys. I always get the fuck boys. Oh, sorry, the those boys. I always get those. I always get the one that leaves me, even though I am. And I asked her before, like maybe because she kept on drinking every day on the same bar. Maybe because you're always available when someone calls you. Because when you're always available, it only shows that you're not actually doing something for yourself that needed so much time and effort. When I did what I did, I had to leave many days off without my friends. I they cannot reach me because I was working. I actually my previous relationship actually got severe because I was so busy working on my goals. I had no time for others. I only have time for myself and for my dreams. So I told her na maybe because your environment like speaks volume to what you're having as a result. You get toxic people because you're in a toxic environment. So that's how it is, you know. And when you're cultivating something, whether it's big or small, it's really just as important as cultivating to anything. I mean, to creating to any type of relationship might be fruitful for you. No, you just have to be really true to yourself, you know, and just the mere fact that you want to help and inspire others, or like simply help this guy or this person cultivate relationship, build rapport. Hindi na minimeasure yan, regardless, small or big. Just do it. If you don't like them, don't do it.
Grabe. Wow. So, John, I hope that answered your question. Sana, grabe, punong-puno yan eh. Parang binagsak na sa'yo ni Tots lahat eh.
That's true.
So, ayun guys. So, before we end, Sabrina, what have we learned in this
Wag ka.
lesson from
Prepared
Tots?
na
What
ako.
have we learned?
Sinulat ko siya. Kasi
Ay,
before
wow! Ang effort ah.
no, because before, in the previous episodes, never ko siyang sinulat. Because it was always very
Mhm.
generic. So,
Yeah.
ngayon,
Mm.
if there's one thing I got from Thoughts, I actually worded it out in my own way. Sabi niya, work hard until your inspiration becomes your competition. That's what
Mhm.
I got from that. Nung story, based on his story for Ken Ken Fried Chicken. So, diba? He wanted to be as good or to even be better than topside. So parang I don't take that lesson in a negative way kasi parang when your inspiration becomes your competition, you know you've reached a certain level of it already. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yun na.
Well, for me naman, I really learned na it takes a lot of legwork, hard work, para lang you want to reach your goal. Like, you really have to do things, you have to sacrifice your time, you have to sacrifice yourself. Especially with friends, you have to pick good ones that can expand your network or that can help you. in a way. So um, the best thing that I've learned from Tots is your dedication with what you want to do in your life is what matters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dati.
pretty
Right.
much. Like
Right.
Diba?
you wake up, it's another day. You be thankful because you were given
Mm-hmm.
another day to be able to do things for your dreams and aspirations. Pero that's yun lang ngayon you get that chance. That's already a good thing. But the perception and that mindset is really important. Like 24 hours
Mm-hmm.
a day is a long day to not be able to pursue something on your like from your goal. Like for example, you have like 1 hour and 45 minutes on the podcast. You have 1 hour and 45 minutes in a day to create a podcast. You have that. You have that time. As long as you have the mindset to do more stuff, you have more time. You adjust to it. Yun lang. I guess that's how I want to end this. Very this is fruitful for me too because una I was able to express my experiences that I hope reaches other people and to be able to inspire. My goal as always has been to be able to inspire and just help out people in general. Yun lang naman yung reason we
Mm-hmm.
are doing the things that we are right now for the future generations. You might accept it or not, but you have to be successful and to live out the challenging times for the other people to be able to learn from you and you inspire others. Yun lang naman. You inspire others, you help others. Life will come to you in its own way and it will bring back all your efforts for sure as long as you keep on doing what you need to do. If you stop, then the road stops. Yun lang yun. Just continue whatever you want to achieve and it will come. I'm sure of that. So yun lang.
So to our viewers, I hope you learned a lot from today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope we see you on the next episode. And most of all, thank you very much to our special guest, Tots
Uy,
Ramirez.
isang tao lang ako, maka-guest ka naman. Hindi naman ako dalawa. I look fat now, but I'm just one.
My bad. So yun, in our family, we would like to thank you for accepting our invite because without you, none of this would have happened. Yeah, in our
Thank
org
you.
family, in our CBA family, thank you very much. And to
Thank you,
our viewers,
Tots.
thank you very much also. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thoughts before we end? Do you have anything to promote?
Oh,
Maybe yung
yeah.
social
So,
media accounts,
okay.
you know?
Um,
Last minute
I'm
na,
not
Tots.
asking yeah, I'm not asking for much, but you can just follow our social media, Ken and El Poco. So Ken is KKFC_PH. We are available via Food Panda and Grab Food. Kapag medyo malayo kayo, kaya ng Grab long distance yan. And if hindi kayo sobrang kaya kahit Grab long distance, you can just message us on Facebook and we could settle delivery via Grab Express or Lala Move to be delivered. Same as El Poco. El Poco is currently open on a small production level, meaning that we're not taking orders on the day itself. But if we have orders on that day, we take orders on the day. So right now we have deliveries from October 9, 11, and 10. No, baliktad, 9, 10, 11. And you can just message us on our Instagram. You guys follow El Poco din naman. So, yon. Thank you very much, guys. Yun lang yung sa akin. I hope you guys are doing well. Ngayong quarantine, wag tayo masyado mag-aspire ng madami or malaki. Break if you have a business, break even. If you have family, eat with them. If you have relationship, just be together. If you're single, then sad ka. Pero pero
Huwag na copycat.
you count the small things right now. Quarantine, pandemic. That's the only lesson that we can get from this situation. Yun.
So, guys, this has been episode 5 of Inspire Motivation That Excites. I hope we answered all your questions.
Oh,
Tune in.
sorry, I forgot.
Oh,
I
sure, sure,
totally
sure.
forgot. Sorry, sorry. I totally
Oh,
forgot. We also started selling ice coffees and lemonades homemade. So we have our own brewing stuff right now. We brew our own coffee right now. It's called Lazy Hazy. It is founded by Ate B. I was just there to taste everything and get free drinks, but she worked hard for this on herself on her own because she wanted to have a baby because she was so anxious about losing El Poco. So now she wants another baby business, and Lazy Hazy is there. So if you guys have like classes, we have iced coffee that could be refrigerated and drink some other time. So ano siya, it's not instant, it's arabica, it's original. Di siya fake. I'm not well versed with coffee, but we see a lot of beans right now at home. We get beans from Sagada, Benguet. So, totoo siya. Gumagamit siya ng mga stuff to make the coffee, to brew the coffee, and create good coffees right now. So, I don't drink bad coffee anymore because of Lazy Easy. So, follow Lazy Easy. And, yun lang.
Tots
So, to
magabong
our
ka nun.
viewers, I hope you support their pages and I hope you support their businesses as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been episode 5 of Inspire Motivation That Excites. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you soon on the next episode. Bye.
Bye! Thank you,
Bye.
guys!